Welcome back to another episode.
Oh, you know,
Yet another episode. What?
we should have done happy birthday.
It's Tyler's birthday today.
Dude, you almost got hit, like, super hard. But anyway,
Happy birthday, man.
welcome back to the show. This is the fourth kind. And
It is the fourth kind. And what?
what are we doing this episode?
This episode, we're going to talk about those weird, just ridiculous things
Really?
that you believe when you're a little kid.
How? How? You
Things like, for instance,
moved it.
Tyler. I moved it like this.
It hurt.
Tyler, when he was young, he believed that this whole flat part of your hand was just one bone inside.
Yeah.
What do you think it was? Just like a plate?
Yeah. Like your chest plate or something like that. Like, you know how it's just one big bone? That's what I thought it was.
Oh.
I didn't know there's like individual ones. And I thought it just had like bumps and
Ridges
stuff.
on
Yeah.
it? You should draw that sometime. I bet that would look weird.
I can't
Yeah.
draw.
Everybody has had these weird little beliefs when they were very young. Another one, for instance, when I was very young, I thought that when it rained on the entire planet, everywhere at once. And I thought this because you don't know any different. Even if you're going from an area where there's no rain to one where there is rain, you just think that it's slowly getting heavier and heavier. You don't realize you're going from no rain to rain because you can't see the differences. The time that I realized that it wasn't true was I was in my house. I looked out the front windows and it was downpouring. And this happened all the time at our house for some reason. And I looked out back and it wasn't raining. And I ran back to the front. I was like, oh my God, look. I was like, Mom, look. It's raining and not raining there. She's like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean, yeah? Like, why aren't you shooting out of your socks right now? I was very let down. Another thing I believed, and I just remembered this one just a few minutes ago, I used to think that when there was an earthquake, that, those cracks that form in the ground, I used to think that went all the way through the earth. And I always got really scared because I was like, why doesn't the earth just split apart and float away? Float apart from each other. I mean, I didn't really this was when I was very young. It made sense to my little brain that an earthquake would just split the earth in two,
And the thing about the blood.
Yeah, I also thought that, because the first time I remember getting cut and seeing blood, what I pictured the inside of my body being like, because I was investigating it and everything, I thought the inside of my body was just pure blood. No bones, no muscles.
No ligament.
No tendon. I didn't understand that there needs to be a support structure. I was very young, like I'd say like 3.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get that I just didn't understand. Like, I saw blood, and so to my mind, that was all there was. And it wasn't like you could see the bones, because I was really small, I was really fatty,
All chub.
Now, I have a list of some people that gave us some pretty good ones, and I'm going to read off of it. I was listening to a podcast, and I heard one of those weird beliefs, and this one was, this kid was in school, and people would talk about certain songs and music, and he thought music, as a whole, was just a passing fad, like bell-bottoms or... Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
He thought music would just be gone in a couple years, and people wouldn't like it anymore. He thought it was just a fad, a fashion.
It's come to stay.
Isn't that crazy? Like, music's been around for a long time, but I can see how somebody would think that. It's just like any other thing, like Pokemon cards. You wouldn't expect Pokemon cards to be around forever. Why would you expect music,
Yeah. Well, Pokemon has grown into a huge franchise.
I love Pokemon.
Yeah. It's here to stay for a while.
Yeah, but not. I mean, they weren't playing Pokemon 40,000 years ago.
Yeah, I know that, but...
That'd be cool. Pokemon fossils.
Yeah, they're like stone.
Yeah. Okay. Another one. Madison Backus, one of my good friends, and the little sister of one of my best friends ever, she thought that if you lied, I think her mother told her this, if you lie, red bumps will come up on your tongue.
That's weird.
This brings up a memory of mine. Do you remember what Mom said that would happen to us if we lied? About our tongue?
It would fall off?
No, dude. She told us that it would turn a certain color. Do you remember what color that is?
I don't remember this
White.
at all.
She said if you lie, your tongue turns white. And we'd say something and she'd be like, stick out your tongue. And be like, you don't remember this?
No.
And I don't know what she was seeing, but like...
Maybe I was adopted, I don't remember.
What? I would remember. But anyway, I don't know if she was seeing it was white, but I think she knew sometimes when we were lying, and she would just tell us it was white. And I'd run into the bathroom and be like, checking it out. I'd be like, it must have changed back to normal by now.
It's irony, because white tongue, white lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Careful, guys, careful.
Careful. Another one by Madison Backus. Have you ever had tapioca pudding? There's little nuts in it. There's little nuggets. There's little gel beads. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. Tapioca, that's what it is. Madison Backus thought that these were fish eyes. Fish eyes in pudding. I can see how all of these were believed. Erica Van Horn thought that deer could fly. Like reindeer.
That'd be... Oh, yeah, I believe that.
I mean, it makes sense. You fill in the gaps, you know?
That'd be cool.
Reindeer, but reindeer can't fly, though. But, you hear about Santa, you hear about his little
deer friends.
Yeah. His little pets. Hey, Erica. Hey, Maddie.
Maddie.
Another... God.
Hurry up.
You had to add that little period at the end of it, didn't you? Elizabeth Davidson, Beth, hey Beth, she thought that if a girl and a boy were in a river, or a pool, I suppose, I assume, or a lake, if the boy peed, the girl could get pregnant.
Careful, ladies.
Careful, Beth. Careful in those rivers. Christine Johnson, a girl I went to school with, she thought that if you were smoking or doing any kind of drugs, that police or law enforcement automatically just knew.
Yeah, I believe that too.
You thought that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She said that she...
Well, not like smoking cigarettes, but like drugs and stuff,
Yeah.
because Mom smoked.
Yeah. But she thought that through some obscure means that she didn't, that she wasn't aware of, that the police knew and would come and get you. I think she thought that they would come and get you. I mean, police will come and get you if they know you have drugs sometimes. I mean, sometimes they don't care.
Oh, I'm gonna try this. Put your hands up now!
Both Destiny Johnson and Bridget Colbert had a little bit of trouble when it came to films and the reality behind it.
Oh, movies and stuff?
Yeah, movies. When Bridget would watch Wonder Years, hey Bridget, she didn't understand how... She thought they had to wait until he was older to film. Because he was a very young boy and he narrates it as an older man. So she thought they had to wait like 20 years for him to grow up to film the other parts of the show.
I think at some point when I was young, I thought that all movies were real.
Yeah, Destiny Johnson. Hey Destiny. She believed that when she was watching a movie that was real events.
Yeah.
So she was watching Titanic, that was her example, and when all the people were drowning, she was like blown away that like
Someone's
the people
not helping
filming
them.
weren't helping them, you know? Like, oh, they're in a boat just filming and watching these people die? What's wrong with them? Christina Vespiciano. I just said your... Christina Vespiciano. Hey, Chris. She thought that during the Pledge of Allegiance, the part that says, for which it stands, she thought it said, lick your hands. And she said she would lick her hand every time during the Pledge of Allegiance because of this.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Kennedy Kelly. Hey, Kennedy. She thought that when you got your hair cut, it would hurt. So she refused to let her hair get cut for a very long time.
That makes sense,
Yeah,
because
it
it's
does.
like part of your body.
It's part of your body. J.D. Grieving, get your sticky beard sticks out of my arm. J.D. Grieving, hey J.D. He
So-
thought he swore that he saw on a TV show, like some science show. In my head, I imagine like Bill Nye or something close to that.
I love that show.
He can swear he remembers being taught on a science show that when it's summer or winter here, that in Australia or on the other side of the world, it's the opposite season. So if it's winter here, it's summer on the other side of the world. And I thought that somebody told me this too.
That makes sense, though.
It doesn't make sense to me.
The sun is over here more, so it would be colder there.
The Earth is turning, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, but still.
This doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it goes back to my raining on the whole planet thing, but I think if it's summer, it's because of the closeness of the sun to the planet. Or the angle of the Earth's tilt. Something. But when it's summer on the whole planet, right? Like, I didn't think, it's not like day and night. Summer or winter, so I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe this one, and a lot of people were told this by their parents. Now, you're eating a watermelon, right? And you got some weird uncle telling you little things to freak you out. You're eating watermelon. Don't eat those seeds, boy!
Yep. Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if you eat the seeds?
Grow a watermelon in your belly.
You get like pregnant looking, and you got a watermelon in your belly. I almost said in your boy.
I remember that too. Mom would tell us that.
Now, I already got some of your input on these, but I know there's a lot more of you watching than told me about their weird childhood beliefs, and I love this stuff. I want to hear all of them. So if you're watching right now, leave a comment and tell me just one or two things that you believed when you were a kid.
Because it takes us back to our childhood.
Yeah, I love these things. And some of them I believe too, but I just don't remember. So like,
it triggers.
Hit me with that nostalgia, guys. I want to hear it. So if you like the video, hit like, and if you really liked it,
subscribe, and we'll give you some more stuff to watch.
Yeah, we'll give it to you anyway, but if you want to see it and know when it comes out, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us.
It really does.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We love you!
We do!
We do!